Jagtap from Mithagar Mark MPS School. As you have already heard first lecture, right? So now we are hearing the second lecture. So let us start with a prayer. All of you all join your hands, my dear students. Okay, I'll play the video. All of you all join your hands. Like this, you have to join your hands. Okay, let us start with a prayer. God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. So high, you can't get over it. So deep, you can't get under it. So wide, you can't get around it. Oh, wonderful love. Let us sing it again, my dear student, for all that He has given us. God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. So high, you can't get over it. So deep, you can't get under it. So wide, you can't get around it. Oh, wonderful love. We all thank the wonderful Lord, what He has given us. Okay, my dear students. Now, put your hands down. Okay, now I'll start. So, what are all these? Do anyone know? Yes, what are these called as? Yes. So what are these? Yes, apostrophe, bracket, colon, comma, dash, ellipsis, exclamation point, hyphen, parenthesis, period, which is called as full stop, question mark, quotation, and semicolon, right? What are all these? Yes, these are symbols. These are all, yes, very good, punctuation marks, right? So what is our topic for today? Yes, our today's topic is punctuation. Now let us see about punctuation. What is exactly punctuation? Now, the most common punctuation marks in English are capital letters and full stop, question mark, commas, colons, and semicolons, exclamation marks, and quotation marks. Yes, so these are all punctuation marks which we have to keep in mind while writing also and while speaking also. While speaking, we take a little bit of pause. So that time it is, we mark it as a comma. But while writing, we have to make a note of it that we should make use of this punctuation marks. Okay. In speaking, we use pauses and the pitch of the voice to make what we say clear. Punctuation plays a similar role in writing, making it easier to read. When we write something, so the punctuation marks make us easy to read it. Punctuation marks. First, we are going to learn about capital letters and full stop. Okay. So we use capital letters to mark the beginning of a sentence, and we use full stop to mark the end of the sentence. When we write a sentence, so every time the first word, first alphabet is always a capital letter. And when we end the sentence, we mark it with a full stop. Okay. As we are going to see some of the examples now. We went to France last summer. See, you can see on a screen that W alphabet, it is in the first when we start with a sentence. So we have written it in a capital letter. And when the sentence is ending, we put a full stop. Continuation of the sentences, again, we have put a full stop. And again, we have start with W is a capital. We were really surprised that it was so easy to travel on the motorways. Again, the sentence is ending and we have put a full stop. Okay, my dear student. Now, always keep in mind when you are writing, everyone, when you are writing, keep it in mind. The first letter should always be capital. And after that, all the letters, all the sentence, full sentence will be completed. After that, you have to put a full stop. But in between, you will ask me that France, why it is written in a capital letter? Because it is a name of a place, name of a city, as we have learned in nouns. Yes, so it will come in a capital letter. Okay, that we will learn further. Again, the Football World Cup takes place every 4 years. The next World Cup will be held in South Africa. Again, you can see the capital letter, use of capital letters is done and full stop. Again, the next World Cup will be held in South Africa. Again, the alphabet T is written in capital. And after that, full stop. But World Cup, South Africa, these all are written in capital letters because South Africa is a name of a city. That's why it is country. So it is written in a capital letters. In 2006, it was held in Germany. Again, I is a capital letter. And at the end of the sentence, we have put a full stop. Yes, I is such type of an alphabet. Wherever it comes in the between of the sentence, we always write it as capital letter. Again, I'm repeating. I is an alphabet which always we write in a capital letter, even though it is coming in between of a sentence also. We never write I as a small letter. Okay, my dear children. We also use capital letters at the beginning of proper noun. Proper nouns include personal names, including titles before names, nationalities and languages, days of the week, month of the year, public holidays, as well as geographical places. All this we have learned in our nouns lesson. Yes, whenever there is a proper noun used, like name of the person, place, then nationalities, language, days of the month, when days of the week when we write, months of the year when we write, always the first letter is capital. Okay, like see, Dr. David James is a consultant at Leeds City Hospital. Now doctor, he is having a degree, so we write it as doctor. D is always capital. Then David, then James, D, J, L, C, H. These are the names of a particular name is given to a particular hospital, Leeds City Hospital. That's why we have written it in a capital letter. And at the end of the sentence, we have put a full stop. Okay. They are planning a long holiday in New Zealand. Again, first alphabet T is a capital and New Zealand is a name of a, yes, New Zealand is the name of a country. So again, it is in capital letter and end of the sentence, we have put a full stop. Keep this in mind. Now, no one will write in between of the sentence a capital letter. Okay, my dear students. Can she speak French? Again, F is a language. That's why we have written it in a capital letter. But it is a question. Yes, it is a question. That's why we have put a question mark. I'm asking you, can she speak in French? Yes, I'm asking you a question. So I'm asking her a question, third person. That's why it's a question mark. The next meeting of the group will take place on Thursday. Thursday is a, yes, it's a days of a week. Again, it is written in a capital letter. And at the end of the sentence, again, we have put a full stop. Yes, very good. What plans do you have for Chinese New Year? Again, what? W is written in capital because it is starting of the sentence. Again, Chinese C, new N, and year Y. Again, it is written in a capital letter. But here I'm asking you the question. What plans do you have for Chinese New Year? So here the question mark is arised. Okay. We use capital letters for the titles of books, magazines, and newspapers, plays, and music also. Like Oliver is a musical based on the novel Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. Again, O is a capital. Again, he has written a novel, Oliver Twist. Again, it is a capital letter. Again, Charles Devin is the name of a person. So we have written it in a capital letter C and D. And end of the sentence, we have marked it with a full stop punctuation mark. The Hindustan Times is a daily English language newspaper in India. Hindustan H and T. It's a name of a, yes, newspaper. Very good, my dear children. It's a name of a newspaper. So again, we are writing it in a capital letter and end of the sentence, we are marking it as full stop. Very good. Now, full stop is used at the end of the sentence. Okay. Now, there are some of the full stop are also used after abbreviations. These are the short forms which we write. Although this practice is becoming less common for us, like ARR. When we write the word arrival, so in a short form, we can write it as A as capital, RR, and I as a full stop. Then when we write in a book, ETC, we put a full stop. So the full form of that is etc. Okay. We don't always write as a doctor, DOCTOR. Yes, we don't write it. We write DR dot. So D is always capital for it. Professor, if there is a professor, we don't write a whole spelling, PROFESSOR. Instead of that, we write a short form of it, PROF dot. That is professor's short form. Okay, my dear children, keep this in mind. If you want to remove a screenshot, you can remove it, or else afterwards you can go on a link and you can see it. Do subscribe this channel. Okay, my dear children. In addition to closing sentences, we also use full stops in initials for personal names also. Like G.W.Matthew, Vinod A. Kumar, comma, accountant. So these are the name of a person which it's a name of a person. After that, it is a just initial name of them. So we put a full stop. So let us move to the second punctuation mark, that is question mark and exclamation marks. Okay. Now, what are question marks? We use question marks to make clear that what is said is a question. When we use a question mark, we do not use a full stop. Again, I'm repeating. When we use a question mark, we do not use a full stop. Okay. Why do they make so many mistakes? I'm telling you, why do they make so many mistakes? So I'm asking you the question. So here I have not put a full stop, but I have asked you a question. So there will be a question mark in the ending. So next one. So you are Harry's cousin? Again, I'm asking you a question. So you are Harry's cousin? Again, there will be a question mark, not a full stop. Okay. Whenever you ask a question, there is always a question mark mentioned over there. So question mark shows that a question begins the question is being asked. Okay. Okay, it shows that a question is being asked. Whenever we ask a question, it shows the voice intonation, like voice modulation is done. When I'm saying a proper sentence to you, so that time a clear sentence is given. I'm a boy. But when I ask you a question, who are you? So the tone of mine is changed. Okay, so whenever it is being asked, you come to know, yes, the teacher is asking me some question. Yes, my teacher is saying a sentence. Yes, my dear children, please keep this in mind. Okay, we use exclamation marks to indicate an exclamative clause or expressions in formal in informal writing. When we say it, when we write, we use the exclamation mark. Even when we say, it shows our expressions. When we want to emphasize something in informal writing, we sometimes use more than one exclamation mark. Okay, my dear children, let us see. Listen, I'm telling you, listen. Yes. Oh no, please don't ask me to phone her. She'll talk for hours. So this is my expression. Oh no. Yes. So these are the expressions where we use exclamation marks. So exclamation marks shows a strong emphasis or expressions and our strong emotions. Okay. Now let us move to the next punctuation mark, that is comma. What is comma? Comma is used to separate a list of similar words or phrases. Yes, like it's important to write in, when I say yes, it's important to write in clear, simple and accurate words. So here I take little bit of pause just for a second. So it shows that yes, teacher is telling us something. Okay. They are more friendly, more talkative, more open than last time we made them. Again, I want to tell something about someone. So I have used the words. So before that, I have put a comma. Okay. I'm telling this to someone else. We do not normally use a comma before and at the end of the list of single words. Like they traveled through Germany, Italy, the Czech Republic and Poland. Okay. So American English does use a comma in list before and. Okay. Now we took bread, comma, cheese and fruit with us. Okay. So when we are taking something around, I have taken sandwiches, I have taken juice, everything. We don't say I have taken, but instead of that, one time we use I have taken bread, cheese, fruits and everything and etc etc. Okay, so this time the comma is used. This is an American English which make use of the comma in before and. Okay, means in American English, when we use the word and, so before that they use a comma, as you can see it on a screen. But we Indians, we in Indian language, we don't use it. We just put bread, comma, cheese and fruits. But in American English, it is bread, comma, cheese, comma and fruits. It is a American English which has been given on a screen, the sentences. We use commas to separate words or phrases that mark where the voice would pause slightly. As I said, bread, comma, cheese, comma, and fruits. Yes. So this way I have taken 1 second pause. And after that, then we come to know, yes, here will be the comma. Okay. Like, I can't tell you now. Full stop. Capital letter is I. And at the end of the sentence, there is full stop. However, comma, All will be revealed tomorrow at midday. Yes. So this way, whenever you want to use a comma, you have to listen to the sentence first, and then you will, when you will be writing, you will come to know, yes, here will be the comma. We had, comma, in fact, comma, lost all of our money. Okay, my dear children. James, our guide, I will accompany you on the boat across to the island. These are some of the sentences where we have make use of comma. Now, commas and speech forms. We commonly separate tags and yes or no responses with commas. They are going to the party, aren't they? Yes, again we have used comma and question mark. No, thank you. Your full stop is used. I have already eaten too much. Again, full stop, end of the sentences. So what is a comma? Comma is joins two or more ideas in a sentence or separates items in a series. Okay. Now let us move to the another punctuation mark, that is colons and semicolons. Now what are colons? We use colons to introduce list, like there are three main reasons for the success of the government. Yes, there are three main reasons for the success of the government. So what are the three main? So before that we have used colon, economic, social and political. Yes, so these are the three main reasons behind the success of the government. These are economic, social and political. Okay. Next, we also use colons to indicate a subtitle or to indicate a subdivision of a topic also. Like life in a city is colon, again we have used colon, a personal view, means a personal view we have to tell. We often use colons to introduce direct speech. Okay. Then he said, I really cannot help you in any way. Again, then he said, he has used the colon over there. I really cannot help you in any way. Okay. Now, we commonly use a colon between sentences when the second sentence explains or justifies the first sentence. Yes, as I said you earlier. Try to keep your flat clean, neat and tidy. Now, I'm telling you, try to keep your flat clean and tidy. So it will sell more easily. Yes, so it will sell more easily. Now, colon is introduced the information that comes after it. Like the sentence is there, if you will keep your flat clean and tidy, so it will be selling easily. Okay, so that time we made a use of punctuation mark, that is colon. Now, colon is used to indicate what? Like what you said? Yes, I told you to keep your flat clean and tidy so that it will sell more easily. Understood? It indicates the question what. Now, we use semicolons instead of the full stop to separate two main clauses. In such cases, the clauses are related in meaning but are separated grammatically. Okay. Then Spanish is spoken throughout South America. Semicolon is used. Okay, this is a symbol of semicolon. In Brazil, the main language is Portuguese. Okay, so here Spanish is spoken throughout South America. Throughout South America, Spanish language is spoken. But in Brazil, the main language is Portuguese. It is giving us the information. Semicolons are not commonly used in contemporary English. Full stops and commas are more common. Now, as we Indians use most of the use of full stop and commas. Okay. Now, what is semicolon? Semicolon used to link two independent clauses, as I said you earlier in the first sentence. Like Spanish is spoken throughout South America. That is one sentence. And after that, the second sentence is in Brazil, the main language is Portuguese. Yes, understood? Okay, we'll move further. Semicolon is connecting two sentences that are related. Okay, as I said you, there are two sentences in that sentence, so they are relating to each other, so that's why it connects two sentences. Two complete sentences are related to each other. Next. Okay, now next punctuation mark is quotation mark. This quotation mark in our Indian language, it is also called as inverted comma, single inverted comma and double inverted commas. Okay, now quotation mark in English are, you can see on a screen, there is single quotation mark and double quotation mark. Okay, but the way of writing it, you can see it on a screen. Okay, in direct speech, we enclose what is said within a pair of single or double quotation mark. Although single quotation marks are becoming more common, direct speech begins with a capital letter and can be preceded by a comma or a colon. Okay, like she said, there is a question, so inverted commas are given. See the inverted commas, how they are written. Where can we find a nice Indian restaurant? So, or she said, where can we find a nice Indian restaurant? We can write it in a single inverted comma also and double inverted comma also. These are also called as quotation marks. Keep this in mind, my dear children. My father always said. He said. That's why it's a comma and in a inverted comma. Be careful what you wish for. Okay, so again, double comma, inverted commas, double quotation comma are used. Quotation marks are used, and after that, full stop is used. Always keep in mind, when we are writing the quotation mark, before that a full stop comes. After that, the quotation marks comes. You can see it on a screen. I don't care, comma, she said, comma, double inverted commas. What you think about it? Yes, again there is a full stop and there is a double quotation mark. Keep this in mind. I don't care, she, comma, she said, again inverted comma. What do you think? Yes, so here was a question. What do you think? So there is a question mark and double inverted comma. Okay, keep this in mind. Whenever make use of double inverted commas, double quotation mark or single quotation mark, always full stop or question mark will come before that. After that, the quotation marks do come. My mother's favorite quote was from Shakespeare. Colon is used. Why colon is used? Because it is specifically given by the particular person. We don't make changes in that sentence. That's why the quotation mark is also used. This above all, to thine own self be true. Okay, this, the person Shakespeare has said this sentence. So it is written as it is. So my mother's favorite quote is there. That's why you made a use of colon. Okay. So what are quotation marks? Quotation marks shows that words have been directly quoted. Okay, the words that are being directly quoted. As I said, as the Shakespeare has given his quote, same way we are saying it. We don't make any changes in that quote, what is said. Like this above all, to thine own self be true. As he has said, same way we are saying or we are writing. We don't make any changes in that sentence. Okay, keep this in mind, my dear children. We also use single quotation marks to draw attention to a word. We can use quotation marks in this way when we want to question the exact meaning of the word. When we want to question the exact meaning of the word. Like, I am very disappointed by his apology. So I have to tell that yes, I am very disappointed by his apology. I don't think he meant it at all. So here I'm saying I don't think that he meant it at all. Same way, we sometimes use quotation marks to refer to the titles of books, newspapers, magazines, films, songs, poems, videos, CDs, and etc. For this also we use quotation marks. Okay, like there's a special report all about it in quotation mark is used the Daily Mail. Like articles or chapters within books or titles of a short stories are normally punctuated by the single quotation mark. Keep this in mind. Okay, articles or chapters are also marked with a single quotation mark, means single inverted commas. The longest chapter in the book is the last one, called The Future of Africa. Now there is one of the chapter in the book, The Future of Africa, so it is mentioned in a single quotation mark. Now, let us move to the next, that is apostrophe. What is apostrophe? So, apostrophe is made a two main distinct use in English. Used to show possession. A general rule is that possessive of a singular noun is formed by adding an apostrophe and s, whether the singular noun ends in s or not. And used to show contraction of words also it is used. You can use contractions to shorten a word by removing one letter or more and substituting an apostrophe in the same spot. Okay, we can write it in a form of putting s, or we can use it in the form of a contraction. While writing only we use a contraction, but while speaking we say it as a same as it is. Used to show possessions, like let's take some apostrophe examples, like bat owned by Toms. Whose bat is that? So we do say like this, bat owned by Tom. No, we say Tom's bat. So here apostrophe is used and s is written, Tom's bat. Doll owned by Sarah. Sarah's doll. The children's room. The men's work. The baby's crying. So here we have made use of s, apostrophe mark and s, because it is a yes in a apostrophe form. So apostrophe is used to show possession or for contraction of word. Let us see some more examples of it. To show contraction of words, let's take some of the apostrophe examples to make it more clearly. Like are not, aren't, we say it as aren't. Cannot, we say it as can't. Could not, we say it as couldn't. Do not, we say it as don't. Does not, we say it as doesn't. He will, we say it he will. Okay, he will. He would. Again here the contraction is, while saying also we make a same sound. He would. He is, his. Is not, isn't. I am, while saying we say is I am only. I would, we say that I would. She will, we said she will. She is, we say it as she's. So there are example of some sentences. It is so hot today. So it's so hot today. I have not done my homework. I haven't done my homework. Okay. They are not here yet. They are not here yet. He said he would see his brother tomorrow. He said he would see his brother tomorrow. While saying we say the same word, he would, but while writing we make it as a contraction. There will be trouble when she finds out. Again, there will. While saying also we say that there will be trouble when she finds out. But while writing, we can make a contraction in this. I cannot get the cork out of the bottle. Can you try? I can't get the cork out of the bottle. Can you try? Yes. So same way, the contractions are used in this. But there are some of the words in which we can keep the same, while speaking also we keep it as a same sound and same words, but while writing we make it as a contraction change. Now, dashes and punctuation marks. So dashes are more common in informal writing. Keep this in mind. They can be used in similar ways to commas or semicolons, but single and multiple dashes may be used. Okay. The third and fourth grade teachers met with parents. So here we have made use of dash. The third and fourth grade teachers met with the parents. Just wanted to thank you for a lovely evening. Your dash is used. We really enjoyed it. Both full and empty part-time employees will get raises this year. Then brackets have a similar functions to dashes. They often add extra non-essential information. 35 years after his death, Robert Frost, the information is given about the man. We remember him at the Neddy's inauguration. So Robert Frost remains the Americans' favorite poet. So this is also called as parenthesis. It is used to add extra information in a sentence. Okay, it is even said as a hyphen, which we have already learned in the nouns. It is form of a compound noun. Okay, like 35 is given over then X-ray. These all are the words where we use hyphen. So parenthesis is used to add extra information in a sentence. We use brackets around dates and page numbers also in academic writing. When we write the date, we use it we make a use of a brackets. Okay, hidden in the year 1987. So we don't write in the year 1987. Instead of that, we put a bracket. Gives a convincing explanation of how hurricanes are formed. Okay. Change. So we often use forward slashes in internet address and to indicate and slash or in academic references. You cannot find the figures you need on www.bbc.co means co.in/sports. If you want to find something, you will write this website. You are getting all the information. This way also you can write. Binks in the year 1995 till 1997. The slash is used in that. Okay, has already researched this aspect of Roman history. Now there is a next punctuation, that is numerals and punctuation. So what is numerals? When we make use of older days in British language, it was usually used as a older day, month and year. We make use of full stop in dates, forward slashes or dashes. When we write a date, we make use of 1.8.1985 or we write it as 1/8/1985 or we write it as 1-8-1995. But in American English, the day and the month are in a different order, so that 8 January 1985 is written as follows, like 1-8-1985 or 1/8-1985 or 1.8.1985. Okay, this way we write it. We don't usually punctuate weights and measures and reference to numbers also. So when we write 4 kg, so we are showing it as a bracket that 4 kilograms. 10 m, we write in a bracket 10 meters. 5 m dollars, we write it in a $5 million. Okay, so these are the punctuation marks which we are using. Commas are used in numbers to indicate units of thousands and millions, like 7,980. So when we say it, we say it's 7,980. We do make use of a comma also and a bracket also. Same way, 11,487,562. When we write it in a word form, there also we make a use of bracket and commas. We use full stop, not commas, to indicate decimal point. When we are learning about decimal points, we don't make use of a comma. See, you can see the second sentence. I have marked it cross. Not. I have written NOT not. So we write it as 6.5. And while saying also, we say it as 6.5. Okay. We can punctuate times with full stop or colons. The shop opens at 9:30. We can write it at like this also, 9.30 dot means 9:30, or we can write it as 9 colon is used and 30. Okay. Now, these are some of the when you prepare your email address or an internet address, when you search on it, you will write in such a form. Like if you are making your email address, so you will write as rahul.verma@lit.com. You will make the use of this, or else you can write it as raj_hotel.com and forward slashes and home. This way also you can write it. Okay, same way. If you want to go to some of the sites, so you will put www.theplace.org. Okay, so these are the ways in which you can form your own email address. There are some symbols of punctuation. So let us do the recapitulation of it, what we have learned. These are the symbols of punctuation. Full stop usually ends at the end of the sentences. Question mark usually we used it at the end of an interrogative sentence to form a question. When we ask a question, that time question mark is used. Comma usually used to denote a pause in a sentence. Exclamation mark used to denote shock, surprise, anger, or raised voice. That time we use exclamation mark. Colon is used to indicate what is to follow next. Okay. Then semicolon used to link two independent clauses not joined by a conjunction, or used to separate two independent clauses in place of comma. Apostrophe used to show position or for contraction of word, as we have learned. Hyphen is used to glue words together. Slash is used to separate letters, numbers, or words. Ellipsis used to separate items in the series. Round bracket is used to add extra information in a sentence. Sorry. Quotation mark is used to show that someone else has said it, as I told you about the Shakespeare sentence. So these are some of the rules. You can remove a screenshot of it, or you can see it later on also. Okay, my dear children, you will go to the link and you can see all this. Do subscribe this link. Okay, you can remove a screenshot also of this. There are totally 9 rules which you have to follow. Okay. Now, getting to know information, these are some of the independent clauses which we are going to see, that subject and predicates are having this. It's a complete sentence standing alone. Okay. So just go to this site, just go to this link and you will get the information about independent and dependent clauses. Okay. So for today, you are having this assignment. Already I have done it for you. So you can remove a screenshot of it. And after that, this is a second assignment which you have to do it in your English notebook. Okay. Just open your English notebook and you can write this few sentences. Punctuate the following sentences using capital letter, full stop, and question mark. You have to use this 3 punctuation mark: capital letter, full stop, and question mark. Okay. Just remove a screenshot or write it in your notebook. Okay. I hope you all have understood this. Okay. I hope you all have understood this lesson, my dear children. Okay. If you have any doubts, any questions, unmute yourself and you can ask me.